and read the signature. Borden Stoppelgard, he had written, and that very name was imprinted at the top of his check along with an address on East 37th Street. I looked at the signature, and I looked at him. "I'll have to see some identification," I said. Don't ask me why. I didn't really think there could be anything wrong with him or his check. The lads who write hot checks don't offer you cash in an attempt to avoid paying sales tax. I guess I just didn't like him, and I was trying to be a generic pain in the neck. He gave me a look that suggested as much, then hauled out his wallet and came up with a credit card and driver's license. I verified his signature, jotted down his Amex number on the back of the check, then looked at the picture on the license. It was him all right, if a touch less jowly. I read the name, Stoppelgard, Borden, and finally the penny dropped. "Borden Stoppelgard," I said. "That's right." "Of Hearthstone Realty." His expression turned guarded. It hadn't been all that open in the first place, but now it was a fortress, and he was busy digging a moat around it. "You're my landlord," I said. "You just bought this building." "I own a lot of buildings," he said. "I buy them, I sell them." "You bought this one, and now you're looking to raise my rent. You can hardly deny that it's ridiculously low." "It's $8.75 a month," I said. "The lease is up the first of the year, and you're offering me a new lease at $10,500 a month." "I imagine that strikes you as high." "High?" I said. "What makes you say that?" "Because I can assure you—" "Try stratospheric," I suggested. "That it's very much in line with the market." "All I know," I said, "is that it's completely out of the question. You want me to pay more each month than I've been paying for an entire year. That's an increase of what, 1,200%? $10,500 a month is more than I gross, for God's sake." He shrugged. "I guess you'll have to move." "I don't want to move," I said. "I love this store. I bought it from Mr. Litzauer when he decided to retire to Florida, and I want to go on owning it until I retire, and—" "Perhaps you should start thinking early retirement." I looked at him. "Face it," he said. "I'm not raising the rent because I'm out to get you. Believe me, it's nothing personal. Your rent's been a steal since before you even bought the store. Some idiot gave your buddy Litzauer a 30-year lease, and the escalators in it didn't begin to keep pace with the realities of commercial real estate in an inflationary economy. Once I get you out of here, I'll rip out all that shelving and rent the place to a Thai restaurant or a Korean greengrocer. And do you know what kind of rent I'll get for a nice big space like this? Forget 10.5. Try 15 a month. $15,000, and the tenant will be glad to pay it." "But what am I supposed to do?" "Not my problem. But I'm sure there are places in Brooklyn or Queens where you can get this kind of square footage at an affordable rent. Who goes there to buy books? Who comes here to buy books? You're an anachronism, my friend. You're a throwback to the days when 4th Avenue was known throughout the world as Booksellers' Row. Dozens of stores, and what happened to them? The business changed. Paperback books undermined the second-hand market. The general used bookstore became a thing of the past, with the owners retiring or dying off. The few who are left are on the tail end of long-term leases like yours, or they're run by canny old codgers who bought their buildings outright years ago. You're in a dying business, Mr. Rhodenbarr. Here we are on a beautiful September afternoon, and I'm the only customer in your shop. What does that say about your business?" "I guess I ought to be selling kiwi fruit," I said, "or cold noodles with sesame sauce." "You could probably make this enterprise profitable," he said. "Throw out 95% of this junk and specialize in high-ticket collector items. That way you could make do with 1/10 the square footage. You could get off the street and run the whole operation out of an upstairs office or even out of your home. But I don't want to tell you how to run your business." "You're already telling me to get out of it." "Am I supposed to support you in a doom?"